Are you finding yourself being aspiring or not liking yourself? Trying to change something that you just feel bad about, or you've noticed a pattern inside of yourself that's self-defeating? Well, if you're like me, it took me a long time to determine that I had complex PTSD. And some of the things that helped me were following some of the master's work, some of the old work of people like Gurdjieff and even a psychologist like Jung, to explore myself and try to understand myself and the world around me better. I'm Mark Roach, here to hopefully bring you a new perspective, and if it's an old perspective that you've already encountered, maybe we'll be of like mind, and I'll say some things that might highlight something that you've come across in your journey. Today I wanted to bring concisely together some work of Maurice Nicole, and I'm summarizing and trying to update some work that he did in 1949 based on his work running some groups that he was leading in the Fourth Way for Gurdjieff in Europe. So I'll share about, these are actually condensed versions of about 12 different sessions that he had that I thought might be interesting to try to bring forward and to rewrite them as if they were occurring in the modern day. The journey of self-transformation is a timeless quest that has captivated seekers for generations. It's a path that invites us to delve into the depths of our consciousness, challenging us to awaken from the slumber of everyday existence. In this narrative, we explore the intertwined teachings of George Gurdjieff, Maurice Nicole, and Carl Jung, reimagined for a modern audience eager for enlightenment. This tale is entitled Awakening the Inner Alchemist, From Mystic Shadows to Modern Light. Imagine a world where every person is a house with many rooms, yet most of us live only in the basement. This is the metaphorical landscape painted by Nicole and Gurdjieff, where the basement represents our basic instincts and mechanical reactions to life. The journey of transformation begins with the realization that we are not just one person, but a multitude of eyes, different persons, different personas that inhabit our thoughts, emotions, and actions. To embark on this journey, we must first observe ourselves. This observation is akin to shining a flashlight into the dark corners of our inner house, revealing the clutter of habitual thoughts and emotions that keep us bound to old patterns. It's about recognizing that we are often driven by unconscious forces, much like puppets on strings, reacting mechanically to life's events. In this narrative, we meet a seeker named Alex. Alex has always felt like there was more to life than the daily grind, but didn't know where to start. One day, Alex stumbles upon an old book by Nicole and is captivated by its promise of inner transformation. The book speaks of two sides to this work, the psychological and the cosmological. The psychological side involves understanding oneself not as a single entity, but as a collective many eyes. These are eyes like actors vying for attention in the stage of our mind, each with its own agenda. Some are helpful, while others drag us down with negative emotions and self-doubt. The key to observe is to observe these eyes without judgment and begin to separate from those that do not serve our higher purpose. The cosmological side offers a broader perspective, inviting us to see ourselves as part of a larger cosmic order. This understanding provides context for our struggles and aspirations, suggesting that our personal growth contributes to a greater universal harmony. It's about seeing ourselves not just as isolated individuals, but as integrated or integral parts of an interconnected cosmos. As Alex delves deeper into this work, they encounter barriers, internal resistance that prevents progress. These barriers are like walls in the house that block access to higher levels of consciousness. To overcome them, Alex learns about the concept of change of mind, or metanoia, which involves shifting one's perspective both psychologically and cosmologically. One day, while meditating on these teachings, Alex experiences a breakthrough, a moment of clarity where they see how negative emotions have been holding them back. This realization is both liberating and humbling. It marks the beginning of true self-work, transforming negative emotions into positive energy and using them as fuel for growth. In parallel with Alex's journey, we explore Jung's influence on this narrative. Jung's concept of individuation parallels Nicole's teaching on self-development. Individuation is about integrating all aspects of oneself, the conscious and unconscious, to become whole. It's about embracing one's shadow, the parts we often deny or hide, and transforming it into light. As Alex continues their journey, they learn about the importance of conscious effort in daily life. This effort is not about striving for external success, but about cultivating awareness in every moment. It's about choosing how to respond rather than react automatically to life's challenges. Through this process, Alex discovers an inner source of strength, an alchemical force that transforms ordinary experiences into opportunities for growth. This is the essence of awakening the inner alchemist, turning base emotions into gold through conscious awareness. As our story concludes, Alex stands at the threshold of their inner house. Having explored many rooms they never knew existed, they realize that true transformation is not about changing external circumstances, but about changing oneself from within. With newfound clarity and purpose, Alex steps forward into a world rich with possibility, a world where they both are creator and participant in their own unfolding story. Awakening the Inner Alchemist invites each person to embark on their own journey of self-discovery and transformation. It challenges us to question who we are beneath our everyday personas and encourages us to seek a deeper truth within ourselves. In so doing, it offers a path toward greater consciousness and fulfillment in an ever-evolving universe. I hope you found this rewrite and some of the paraphrasing helpful to bring forward some old, but what I consider to be wise and very relevant truths to your life today. As you may have heard me mention, I use fasting, breath work, extreme exercise, as well as hot and cold, and meditation, and many of these old texts, as well as acting and film, and my interactions with others in various avenues of my life to keep myself together. I had some very early childhood trauma that challenged me and kept causing me to fall into some repeated patterns that troubled me, and there was conflict. And I used many of the techniques that are discussed in Gurdjieff's work, as well as in Jung and in Nicole's, and I think Ouspensky also speaks to many of these, that really parallel some of the natural evolution that I found myself taking in my life to overcome some of the conformities, some of the places I was pushed into by the environment and culture I was born into, to find more freedom and more genuine autonomy in my life. So I hope you'll join with me, listen to some of my past videos, and continue to watch, make some suggestions. I'm open to creating very relevant content from our inner lives to help my fellow man along. I'm Mark Roach. All the best.